Hi, this is Jane here. I'm just here to pop down our cards for the week for us. So as usual, I'm going to be using the black and white Faulkner deck. But if you've seen my recent unboxing videos, you'll know that I've got the new Goddess Power Oracle, which is the new deck by Colette Baron Reid. So I'm going to be using that as our Oracle card today. So let's have a look and see, first of all, what the tarot's got to say. Okay, so a little shuffle. And now we can have a look and see. So our first card for this week is the Justice card. So Justice is, it's an interesting one really, but in terms of a card for the day or for the week, it isn't about an energy of getting some balance around you, you know, sort of, Mondays tend to traditionally be, you know, first day back at work, let's get stuck into new stuff and get going with kind of working and all of that stuff. But what the Justice card is saying is to stay balanced, and energy today just feels like, rather than just chuck everything in, just kind of ease yourself in is what I would say. It just feels like there's a need for some balance today, where I don't know where you guys all are, but it's a really beautiful day in London, and has been for the last couple of days. Actually been very spring-like, so you know, maybe take advantage of that, and if you can take some time out to go outside, enjoy this lovely weather, then maybe do a little bit of that, rather than just throwing everything into the work bucket straight away. So just have a little sip of my tea. Excuse me for a second. Okay, so that's our first card. Our second card is the Eight of Wands. Okay, so these cards are they're quite different, but they're quite nicely linked. So Justice talks about balance and keeping everything weighed up and being very even. Eight of Wands is not that. The Eight of Wands is let's go for it, off we go. So I almost feel like maybe the first part of the week, they're asking you to kind of keep your energy balanced, keep something in reserve, because the last part of the week is going to be full on. We're going for it. It's really positive energy. The Eight of Wands in the tarot is known as the arrows of love. So if you're looking at love life, looking at all that kind of thing, romance, really full on energy towards the end of the week. So it's a real time to go for it. If you're looking at a work situation, work-wise, this talks about successful meetings, and can be interviews, just can be anything to do with work where you're working with others, coming into contact with others and taking things forward, moving things. It's a very swift card. It's big energy. So it is very, very dynamic, and we are on the go when this card turns up. So maybe what the Justice card is asking you to do is to reserve a little bit, because the end of the week is going to be full on. You need to be have some energy conserved, ready to do that. Justice can also be asking you to do the right thing, though. So, you know, if you've got dilemmas going on at the moment, Justice says weigh it all up and do the right thing. You know, the right thing for you, but also the right thing in general. Don't be tempted to get swayed off course and, you know, I don't know, go with what other people say and all of that. You do what is right for you, what you know is right. It's all about integrity. So that's an important energy as well for the beginning of the week. So you keep yourself how you need to be. Okay, so that's our two tarot cards. I'm just going to have a little shuffle of these lovely Goddess cards. Now, I was kind of a little bit dubious about these, to be honest. I didn't know whether I would like their energy or not. Really quite do like them. I'm quite surprised. So, obviously, they're new cards to me, and they are all goddesses. So, I know very little about goddess energy. So, you know, I'm learning at the same time as I'm showing you. So do bear with me. I'm aware that a lot of people know a lot more about this, the goddesses, than I do. But, you know, I work intuitively. So with Colette Baron Reid's decks, I do use her book because she kind of says it's a good idea to do so. And as she created the deck, I'm happy to go with what she says. But I don't kind of stick to it rigidly. Maybe that there's just one word that sticks out to me. And that's where I kind of use my intuition. I also might be really drawn to the colour or something within the card, or the, you know, the eyes or the headdress or something. So that's where I use the intuition side of things. So let's have a look and see what we've got. Now, bear in mind, I know very little about these ladies. So if I'm pronouncing the names wrong, forgive me. So this is Morgaine or Morrigan. This is almost like the Morgaine figure from the Arthurian legends. I love the Arthurian stuff, so this is a lovely card for me to get. She talks about death and magic, so she's a bit like the death card in the tarot, I'm guessing. Absolutely beautiful card, really lovely purple and purple colours in the card. Don't know if you can really see it that clearly, but it's beautiful purple colours. Purple to me is very, very spiritual, and I know there's a whole big joke about anybody that's psychic must wear purple all the time. But I don't do that, by the way. But purple is quite strongly connected with the psychic and the psychic energy. So it's a really nice sort of spiritual energy. The death card, don't freak out about, because, you know, it's not death. It is about transformation. It's about you being like the caterpillar and transforming into the butterfly. So don't freak out when you see death card or anything like that. So I'm just going to have a look in her book and see what she says about this card, and see what, and if anything else comes up. So I'll just read you a little bit of what she says. It says, consider your life as a magical gift and your experience of it a beautiful opportunity to leave the world a better place. You give that gift back when death comes and ends your time on this planet. Experiences, relationships, projects, dreams are all subject to the natural laws of death and magic of the Celtic goddess Morgaine. It says, now is a time for you to learn to let certain parts of your life die and recognise the process as something to celebrate as well as to mourn. So this is about transformation. This is about letting go of the bits of you or the stuff around you that you really don't need anymore. Okay? It says, leave your fears behind. There is magic around that kind of transformation. I'm paraphrasing rather than reading out all of her stuff. So it just says here, you know, let go, be willing to be empty. People find that really scary though. You know, that energy of knowing that you need to change things and you need to let it go. And that leaves you with that empty feeling. This is about trusting that the magic comes. This is about trusting that actually when you let go and you make space for good things to come into your life. So it's about releasing, transformation, all of that kind of thing. So the cards for the week are interesting because we're talking about having some balance so that we can make room for us to be able to move forward and to be able to be very energetic towards the end of the week. So I will leave that with you for now, because I'm conscious of keeping these to under 10 minutes for the upload purposes. Have a really, really wonderful week. Love, love, love this card. This is about transformation and you fulfilling your potential. So that's what I feel like I'm looking at this week. Have a really, really wonderful week, and I'll speak to you again soon. Bye for now.